wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you.
Years, it will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
This door is open.
Is this even a door?
We're here.
That's the stone statue without power. Let's get closer and check it. Off and on. Is this the switch for the statue?
How do we turn this on?
Why don't you feel around that area?
What area?
Whatever feels right, Tama.
The robot arm control PC has been activated.
Wait, so is it on or off?
Maybe you need to flip the switches for all the statues.
Right. According to the SOMNIUM scan, there are multiple statues. But let's head back to the device first.
How did you know there was a switch there? How did you know?
Let's go back to the device.
Oh, wait. Can't we go to the other small room from this room?
How would you do that? It's too high. I can't jump that. We can go through here. Let's go. Those who catch fish in bodies of water such as oceans or rivers. They are knowledgeable about the ecology of fish and have many skills that aid them in catching their target. They go out to the ocean pretty much every day, have incredible navigating skills, and a sturdy body.
Sea peoples.
You mean the guys from 1200 AD? Supposedly they were wiped out by a rival Mediterranean kingdom. Not much is known about them.
Huh?
BBAB activating. In this experiment, you can combine two different brains with different functions to create a new human life form. Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
We just need to choose the left and right brain and combine them like Chikara did.
What can we choose from?
Left, Maasai warrior, fisherman, and A. Right side was astronaut and archaeologist. We can combine different brain functions of the left and right brains and create a new human with characteristics from both.
It seemed like Chikara used that to gain some kind of power earlier. So creating a new human means gaining some kind of superhuman ability.
And you select that power on this?
Oh, I remember seeing another room next to the small room we were in earlier.
Yeah, it was too high, so I couldn't reach.
Maybe we have to give you a power that'll help you get up there.
Worth a shot.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The room was high and far. By combining two brain functions that'll allow us to move that distance...
What do you choose, Ryuki?
Please select right brain function. Left, Maasai warrior. Right, astronaut selected. Starting experiment.
What's going on?
Experiment successful.
Just like I expected.
Combined, a Maasai warrior's leg strength and the atmosphere-piercing power of an astronaut to gain superhuman leg strength.
Tama, you okay?
I have goosebumps.
It said you gained superhuman leg strength.
Maybe we can get to that other room using that power.
That might be it. Let's give it a shot.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes left.
This door isn't locked.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
Wow!
The experiment worked! Oh, Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy!
What are we even watching right now?
Oh,
By stimulating the DNA correlating to high leg strength through imagination, it caused a slight transformation in the base sequence. This small change has allowed for surpassing the limit of telomeres. We can do anything in this simulation world. There are no limits. What a wonderful world.
I guess things worked out.
so every time we do something right, we have to watch this creepy old dude ascend into the sky?
You want to join?
Hell no. A stone statue without power.
Activate it.
This stone statue is a racer.
If they mean an autosport driver, those guys are incredibly skilled. They have to make split-second decisions.
That skill might be beneficial in other areas than driving too.
Not to mention, there is a car right there.
I see. Using the driving skill.
But look, that says trap. Driving skill alone might not be enough.
Maybe we can combine it with a brain function that's good at avoiding traps.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
Anyway, let's head back to the central room.
This door is open.
I wonder.
Let's go find out.
We're here.
Looks like we can open it from this side now.
Beginning experiment.
A car from earlier. And what to do about the trap?
What do you think fits best?
Please select right, left, racer. Right, archaeologist selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a racer's driving skill and an archaeologist's knack for dodging traps. To gain movie protagonist superhuman driving skills.
Guess it's time for love, Dr. Jones.
That should help us dodge any traps.
That's so antiquated. Nowadays, sports cars go up against nuclear submarines.
Oh well, this is Shikara's preference. Now let's go back to the room with the car.
Think we can get there from the passage we came from?
Yeah, that should lead you there directly. We can go through here. Let's go.
4 minutes now.
All right, get in.
I'll avoid any traps with elegance and grace. could have done this on my own.
Tama! Behind you!
Huh?
Hold it! Wait! No! I can't do this!
Hey, Tama! The road!
What about the road?
There is no road!
Ah! What are we gonna do?
Step on it!
On what?
The gas! The gas!
The gas! Okay!
Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, genetic ecstasy!
The corpus callosum is here represented by a treacherous ancient rune. A theory that links this complex and bizarre passage is now complete. But this should be theoretically impossible. No, there is no impossible in this world. No, this is not good. Not good indeed.
Kara, ew!
Why don't you think of it as some kind of reward cutscene?
The fact that I have to force myself to think that already makes it not a reward.
Let's turn it on.
Got it. This stone statue is a gambler.
I guess that means they have guts.
So this gambler is known for winning bets when the chips are down.
That must mean they can win the big ones without flinching.
Now, let's head back to the central room. We can go through here. Let's go. Go.
It's me, Chikara.
What the hell?
This is no good. No good. No good at all. Yes, yes, yes. Now, let's test this. Chikara's right brain reselection.
What's happening?
The room flew away.
The experiment worked. Chikara Horadori has done it again. Genetic ecstasy. This right brain reselection is a function that blows away my past. The past I don't want anyone to see. My right brain can be shuffled back into the deck. Goodbye, forbidden memory.
What are we gonna do?
When we drove through the passageway, Chikara said, theoretically impossible and not good. So maybe we did something he wasn't expecting. If we use the device to combine two different brain functions, we might be able to find a way.
If we can prevent Chikara from using his right brain reselection thing, we might be able to make it to the room.
He said something about a memory he doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, but how will we stop Chikara?
There was something hidden in the room we were in earlier. If only we could pull it back somehow.
We need a big idea here.
Beginning experiment. Please select right brain function. Left, fisherman. Right, gambler selected. Starting experiment. Oh, right. Experiment successful. Combined, a tuna fisherman's pulling skill and a gambler's ability to make the right choice.
Room that flew away. How's it going?
I think I got something.
That must be it. Reel it in.
The experiment worked! Happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, epigenetic ecstasy! Good! The memory I want to leave behind has already been shuffled. This memory's no good either. I thought I deleted it. No. If you succeed with the Eternal Youth experiment, my memory will be discovered. Goodbye! Goodbye!
Chikara's memory was replaced with something else.
But it got replaced with another memory he didn't want seen. It might be worth looking into.
Chikara said that if the Eternal Youth experiment is successful, his memory will be discovered.
So if we complete the research on that device...
We might be able to defeat Instant Death Power Stance Man over there and get into the room he's guarding.
That stone statue is a little different.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
That stone statue has...
Chikara's face hastily slapped on.
Chikara said that using Purge, he can create an ageless and undying body.
But if we use the stone statue...
Turn it on.
Oh no.
What's the problem?
Seeing this face... Are you sure about turning it on?
We've invested too much already. There's no other way.
Fine, okay.
Oh, you didn't want to touch the crotch because of Chikara's face, huh?
You have 3 minutes left, Ryuki. Focus.
It would be nice to create eternal youth and life.
And something that will let us get rid of Instant Death Power Stance Man over there.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, NA. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Error.
It's an error.
I guess NA isn't a job.
I wonder what it's for.
The person who's most obsessed with eternal...
Another function that'll allow...
Beginning experiment. Please select left, Maasai Warrior. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a Maasai warrior's battle skill, and Chikara's genetic engineering knowledge. To create an undying and unaging warrior.
Funny that the machine is on a first-name basis with Chikara.
Now we can finally beat up instant death power stance man.
All right, let's go! Go, Tama!
Let's go! Now! We did it!
The experiment worked. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Why should humans die? What a waste it is to perish. The research results are splendid. But now is not the time. Not now. Not now.
If Chikara gets in our way again, no amount of time is enough time. Let's go!
The stone statue is Chikara's memory that he doesn't want to be seen.
Turn it on. Nine. 9 in Roman numerals.
What is the significance of 9?
Maybe he has 9 mistresses.
Or maybe he's being sued by 9 people.
This stone statue. Maybe we use a brain function again.
Should we go back to the central device?
Let's do it.
You only have 2 minutes. Hurry, Ryuki.
We can go through here. Let's go. Did you decide what 2 brain functions you will combine?
Yeah. This should do it.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, NA. Right, 9 selected. Starting experiment.
This again? What? Why?
Experiment successful.
Nyset laws.
NA and 9.
Nice.
Ryuki, this is...
I know. That's 490.
Welcome. I'm the president of the Japanese Nyset Laws branch, Tokiko Shigure.
I apologize for visiting so late at night. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Mr. Ryuki, is it? Mamoru, my secretary, has already informed me. I hear you've come to ask about Jin Furue's murder. Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. BATS 490 was an ARG, just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate BATS 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
Do you mean the man from Horadori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Shikara is a former member of NICE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created BATS 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE. Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
It's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, a secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch. This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
What is going on here?
Maybe she's not thinking about anything at all.
Her mind is completely blank?
Maybe she reached a state of selflessness.
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of nines.
Nonupal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Nonupal is the 9th.
So nonupal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizatlaws is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizatlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyr?
Freyr?
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you... I see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Freyr? Frey. Frey. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with little credibility.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio DeVita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
All right, let's start looking around.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right. Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's you-know-what.
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. The signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently. Maybe it's for having tea during breaks. The questions for the quiz also show up here too.
What's this? Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else. An electric kettle?
Maybe if someone turned on this kettle while the studio was using its maximum amperage.
But the breaker didn't trip. There must be some other way.
They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now, for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode. It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
Alright, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting, so keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Macademy Award.
Macademy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse!
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur!
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well... It was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary. It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video. Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT. That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell. The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search for the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Jinpei Wagai?
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the Maid Cafe Sunfish Pocket.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
Damn! Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it!
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said... So me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be. Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set. I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by. Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
Well, satisfied?
I
think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Chimpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Chimpei. That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if NICE is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon, what was written on the signboard, it all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR. Join NICE in it. I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their Order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades. We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what NICE believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
I'm aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof. I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, That civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes. I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wingsync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from Boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
wonder if this is the nice president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for NICE.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. Not that I know why.
A.
Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped-up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
A book of nice teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join NICE to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book. When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wink sync.
Can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this somnium has to do with what we found in the NICE book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
Do you see anything?
Not really. It seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in!
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs? That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room. Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers. Whoa! Skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing?
Huh. You're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah. If we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think. It's a normal skull.
What's the meaning of all these skulls?
A skull. It looks ordinary.
Is Tokiko into skulls?
Knowing her, I wouldn't be surprised if her house was filled with them. This one is bigger and misshapen.
Gen?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide.
Okay, here I go.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out. How should I check? High five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign?
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway, let's check the others.
It lit up.
This world is a mirage. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
It's settled. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
No reaction.
Maybe we're doing it to the—
Tama!
I'm sorry, what did you say, N-Great?
Sorry. Could you please try it on the others, please?
Four minutes remaining.
Nothing is happening.
Maybe this isn't anything. Nope. Nothing.
Maybe we do the—
Maybe.
Okay. I don't think this—
Maybe you're
Right.
Oh, she did.
If we don't know— No react.
Try doing—
Let's—
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait, she must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's going on?
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that. It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on eyes. The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is... a big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
And spin. I set the eyes to face each other.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left.
An
Be
eyeball.
careful.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes.
How about this?
It's just a cover.
Nope. Nothing is happening. A red book. Got it. So, did we make the eyes meet? A red book. Got it.
This should do it.
A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that out too.
It's a new book of nice. This time, it's closed. Huh? A mirror? What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
So you want me to dive in again?
Tama, go!
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
I thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's... At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born. there's something there.
Let's go.
30 seconds left. Ryuki, you're out of time!
I can't really make out what happened, though. More metaphor.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I check?
Four minutes remaining.
A big...
And I... It's a red... Got it.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
Got...
Tama.
It's an...
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful. You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
I'm going to open it. Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says nirvanA Initiative.
The nirvanA Initiative.
No good. There's too much blacked out.
Come on, isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait, try reading more of it.
Pewter, please.
Miss Shigure, I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine. Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him? Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream. The nirvanA Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her. I guess we have no choice.
I haven't seen her. She probably hasn't arrived at Abyss HQ yet. You don't have to explain. The images shown in SOMNIUM are all displayed here in the control room.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements. Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight? I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself. We already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
Why not? Come on, just a little bit.
You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
What? What is that? I know! I'll become a major leaguer!
Yeah, good luck with that. Definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Anyway, let's talk to Gen and Shoma. Where are they now?
Well, I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving.
Shoma, the director of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori, was killed. Did you know about that?
Why are you asking me? Of course I know. A killer calling himself Terror did it. But he hasn't been caught yet.
That's why. I want you to help me. Help me uncover Terror's identity.
I'm sorry, but please don't ask about my dad. I don't want to be reminded of him. What?
Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure. I think you might know her. Then what about NICE? Tokiko is the president of NICE.
Why does that matter?
It matters. Terror is definitely related to the QR video. There's a high probability that the video was made by Tokiko, who's the president of NICE.
So what? Leave me alone. Please. I just want to be left alone. Why? Why me? I don't know much about that video. I barely even watched it. I only know about Bats 490.
That reminds me, you haven't told me the details of Bats 490 yet. The rumor is, people who decoded that video message have gone missing. But they all left behind the same clue. I've learned the secret of the world, but you haven't disappeared. Why?
Don't ask me. All I did was decrypt the code. I didn't go anywhere. The only thing I know for sure is that Bats 490 is an ARG. It's just a game. But the nirvanA trial, on the other hand...
nirvanA trial?
It's a video that's been going viral. It was uploaded to ViewCube first, and then it blew up from there. A bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Ryuki, I found the video. Do you want to see it?
No, I'll watch it later. This is more important right now. Just so I have the facts straight. This is completely different from the QR video and Bats 490, right?
I already told you, Bats 490 is just a game. No one really went missing, and it had nothing to do with the secret of the world. But the nirvanA trial is different. It's not just a game, it's real. There's something seriously messed up about it.
You've seen it?
No, I was too scared. But people are going missing, one after the other.
Tama, any information on these missing people?
There are about 90,000 people who go missing in Japan each year. That means, on average, about 1,730 people go missing each week. This week, there have been 1,880 missing persons reports filed. That's 150 more than the average, but I can't say whether that's related to the video or not.
Initiative? Haven't heard of it. I only know about the video called the nirvanA trial. I had my phone turned off.
Why?
Because there was no reason to turn it on.
I heard you haven't been going to school. If you don't mind, could you tell me why?
I do mind, but can't you tell? I'm all alone, just like that Jin person.
Jin?
I read about it online. He had been sick for a long time. I don't know what his condition is called or whatever, but it was some sort of chronic disease. He was sick since he was young. Stayed in the hospital for a long time, didn't have any friends. According to the article, he took his classes from the hospital. I felt bad for him. One is lonely enough as it is, but he's only one half. Sorry, I need to go somewhere.
Wait, we're not done here.
You can keep the door unlocked. See ya.
I can't believe it. He actually left. What kind of person goes out and leaves a stranger in his home?
Nothing we can do. Looks like we'll have to get moving too.
Ryuki, why did you come here?
I thought Shoma might be here. I still need to ask him some questions.
But it looks like he's not here.
Looks like it.
Anyway, no point in staying here. Unless you're planning on doing a ritual to summon UFOs.
Maybe another time.
Let's go somewhere else.
Oh, Mame is here too.
Why are you here?
There's something I wanted to ask Gen.
And what would that be?
Well... is there anything you can tell me about the nirvanA initiative?
What is that? Is it some sort of plan?
I think so.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Gen, do you know a woman named Tokiko Shigure?
Never heard that name before.
Really?
Yeah. Who is this Tokiko person?
The president of an ideological society called Nizet Laws. Or NISE.
NISE. You mean that secret society or whatever?
Yeah.
It actually exists? I thought it was just an urban legend.
I thought so too.
So what's that got to do with the case?
So I tried searching through Tokiko's memories using a certain device. While I was in there, I saw you.
I see. But I'm telling you, I don't know this person you're talking about. It could be someone else wearing the same mask.
That doesn't sound...
It's also possible that Tokiko knows Gen, but not the other way around. Hariyuki, there's something bothering me. Something is wrong with Amame.
Yeah, she doesn't seem very energetic today.
No, not that. Her heart rate jumped dramatically earlier. Right when she heard the words Tokiko and nirvanA Initiative.
What? Do you know something about the nirvanA Initiative? Do you know Tokiko? Mame, are you hiding something?
It's okay, it's okay. Everything will be fine.
was that?
I don't know.
Hey, Gen. There's something I want to ask Mame. How do you think I can get her to talk to me?
Let's see. Amame likes trivia, so maybe if you frame your question like a quiz?
A quiz. A quiz. Hey, Mame. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But what is the second highest mountain?
K2.
I wasn't asking you. The last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it? No good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Nope, that's wrong too. The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
What kind of pan can you not cook with?
The answer is simple. Panties.
Oh, come on. A bat and a ball together cost 110 yen. The bat is 100 yen more expensive than the ball. So... no response.
I'm at a loss. Oh, I know. Maybe if you play that song.
What song?
One moment, please. I'll get it ready.
Late at night, I get a call from you. Satellites circle and fade from view. My voice wavers and my words fail me. So I'll sing. In the dark, the shadows settle in. We embark but cannot see a thing. Rejoice, you're not alone, you are renewed. Everyone is here with you. There is hope within that shining light. The morning sun sees flowers bloom in snow. There is rain within those cheerful eyes. Where it falls, a gorgeous green will grow. And in time, even if the colors turn gray, those memories of you and me, those effervescent days, they will never change. They will never fade.
Thanks, Genny. I think I feel a bit better.
That's good.
Looks like Amame is back to her usual self.
Did I say something like that before?
Yeah, I think you did.
I have fond memories of the warehouse district. I go there every morning and...
You always stop by there after stocking up at the market, right?
Do you go buy stock every morning?
Yes, since I can't store meat or fish in the freezer.
And the freezer in the back doesn't open anymore.
Why not?
I can't find the key.
The freezer is locked?
Yes, though I can still use the refrigerator, so I'm able to manage for now. Yes, I'm doing prep work for tonight. I can't make the dishes in advance, so I have to start from scratch every day. It's doing all right. I can only do what I can to make my customers happy.
But you don't want Matsushita Diner to show you up, right?
Of course not.
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
That would definitely hurt. I can understand why she would feel down.
I only know her name from the internet. I just love stories about the occult and conspiracy theories. And when I looked up Nyes, that name came up.
Then what about the nirvanA initiative?
I read about that on the internet too. It was on an occult news site. Supposedly, there's some sort of sinister plan by that name. But that's all that was written about it. Really, I'm telling the truth. Trust me.
I was going through a very painful time of my life. It was so bad that I didn't even want to go on. Then, Genny played that song from earlier.
You mean he wrote it?
Well, yes.
The title is The Flower That Blooms in Snow. He recorded it on a cassette and gave it to me as a present.
Is that?
It's a portable cassette player. Are you familiar with them?
This is my first time seeing one in person. That's a Volkman, right?
I always have the cassette player on me with the tape inside.
Wow, impressive. I didn't realize that not only are you a good cook, but you can write songs too.
This is a bit embarrassing.
We didn't get leads despite all that time we spent here. Neither of them had any information on Tokiko.
But if that's true, why was Gen in Tokiko's SOMNIUM?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's investigate somewhere else for now. Ryuki, why are we here?
Remember how I said before that I like nature? The sea is also a part of nature. By the way, Tama, look over there.
That's...
You know them?
Oh, no, not really. I've just seen them around before.
Dressed kind of strangely, don't you think? Maybe they're coming back from a cosplay event. Excuse me. I'm sorry, do you have a minute?
You. None of your business. Nothing. I don't need to tell you anything. You're beginning to annoy me. Would you please leave?
Annoy you?
Fine. Then I will take my leave instead. The day to take action is approaching, and I must stop the plan.
Stop what?
There she goes.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. Cosplay band, maybe?
I've never heard of a plan like that.
Then maybe it's a family plan. Whatever the case, I think it's clear that that woman isn't all there. Let's forget about it. More importantly...
On to the next place, huh?
Ryuki, you look tired. Are you okay?
After all that, we haven't made any progress at all. It takes a toll, knowing you've wasted your time on a case like this.
Why don't you rest for a bit?
I plan on it. That's why I came here. This place is always therapeutic for me.
Is that...
Leon.
What's he doing here?
Let's go find out.
Oh, it's you. Oh, this? It's Alfred. Non-alcoholic beer. I really love this drink. It was in that vending machine, so I got one. I was watching the sky.
The sky?
Yeah, like I told you. I've dreamed about being up in the sky since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a pirate.
You mean pilot?
I like this part. It's quiet, peaceful, serene.
I know the feeling.
It's the perfect place to be left alone with your thoughts.
I agree. But what were you thinking about?
Oh, I just got a request from someone. I agreed to do it on the spot, but now I'm not sure if it was the right choice. I've been wondering if I should have refused instead.
What was the request?
Can't tell you that. It's confidential. Well, I don't know the situation exactly, but I understand what you're asking. You want to get inside that facility and take a look around. Maybe there's something there. No, I didn't see anything last time I was there. Oh well. I'll accept your request. So stop making that face, alright? Cheer up, please.
Facility?
I don't know.
By tonight, he must have meant today. The night of the 12th, right?
I would assume so. He did say he just got the request.
Who did it come from?
I can't tell.
Anyway, I'll be going now. Looks like you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to overdo it. See ya.
By the way, Ryuki, about the nirvanA trial.
Now that you bring it up, we haven't watched the video yet.
Wanna watch it?
Yeah, play it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please play it for me?
Very well. Hey, Ryuki? Are you okay?
What? What? It can't be. How? Why is it suddenly nighttime?
Don't you know? The Earth rotates toward the east, so...
What was I doing all this time?
You've been standing there? Like an NPC that froze up. Hey, what happened?
That's what I'd like to know. I watched that video and... then I came to and now we're here. What time is it, Tama? This is bad. We need to hurry.
Sheesh. It can't be.
This can't be happening.
You should talk to Mamoru before...
I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, and I haven't seen her since. I'm not always in the president's office. I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly tight. There are security cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door. It's impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Ryuki, I checked the data on the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko. And no one left it either.
Daddy's job is to help someone very important. I assist and protect that person from harm. Yeah, Daddy's a professional. I won't ever let anything bad happen to them.
Looks like he's not the culprit.
Yeah, I think we can strike him off the list of suspects.
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200, so I let you through into this room. Then, her body. Yeah, that door is the only way in or out. Of course not. Who'd put a security camera in their own room? Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nye's.
Very well. Please don't let anyone out of the building.
Got it.
How did this happen?
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
One thing is for sure. Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
I suspect the culprit's escape route and way in were the same. So, Ryuki, let's look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, let's investigate.
Before we begin, I want to point something out. The side with the window is the south. And the waterfall is to the north.
I know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you!
Okay. Why are you angry?
Just zip it and get working, alright?
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument, and she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words, it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
Yes, that's why I said Terror is probably the culprit. The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. That's when we were at Yoyagi Park. this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb, there are traces of her having given birth.
What?
Though it wasn't recently. It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
Tokiko has a grown child?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
Wait, what's this?
There are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just for us. Who would do something like this?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's focus on the investigation. There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
This is probably an electromagnetic rail. It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond.
A hidden passageway behind it?
Probably not. Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten. It's a material that blocks X-rays, so I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
The same kind of rail is over here, too.
It's even going toward the same direction.
There's something embedded in the wall.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Maybe there's some way to move it. Looks like the statue is made of iron.
The room is inorganic as a whole, so this really stands out.
This statue is iron too.
If you spin this around, a secret staircase from the floor
won't appear. As I mentioned before, there are no traces of blood in the room. Not on this desk, the walls, or the floor.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how? What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It must have a heating wire, or something embedded in it.
There's something coming out of it.
It's an infrared laser. Normally it wouldn't be visible, even with thermo mode. But this place is full of water particles. Light hits the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the northeast. It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
An infrared laser is coming out of the statue, too. It's crossing with that other beam.
This one's shooting toward the southeast.
All right, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. So, let's begin. The first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from the statue toward the pond.
Yeah.
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
It's made of iron. So maybe it's pulled with an electromagnet.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please...
Tama, do you have a magnet?
No, I don't. Besides, can't move something like that with something as small as a portable magnet anyway. Yes, we have no other choice.
So, let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions or I'll fire you!
This statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
All right. Let's tilt this building somehow.
What?
Isn't it obvious? Objects move from high places to low places. If we make that statue's position higher, it'll naturally slide toward the pond.
Do you build an airport every time you need to go to the convenience store? Well, there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
Oh, right. We were still in rehearsal. I'm not supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter.
Do you know the code or not? In fact, I need you to know the answer! If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss!
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
What? Telling me you don't know?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already! You quit screwing around!
Use and. There were 16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape. You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer. Now, try again.